Hey guys, it's James with Turo El Paso. Wanted to check in with you guys, give you an update to what's been going on in our family business. Got the van back again. It's third successful trip. The renters we had were amazing. They were so good. She returned the car with actually more gas than I gave it to her with by a little bit. She made sure it was washed. When I gave it to her, a bird had pooped on the back window, and she wiped that off and was prompt, easy to communicate with. She was the example of what Turo should be when everything's going great, and I had a really good time with her rental. Now, one thing that we had a problem with, she contacted me via an ad, not an ad, but a post I put on Facebook Marketplace, and I put a post on there with a link to the website and just some information about the vehicle with a price. I think I said the price was $45 a day for the minivan. Now that price is too low. If I'm honest, that price is low. I have the price marked a lot lower than I should, but I'm doing it because I want to get some people interested in renting my vehicle. Not a lot of people know about Turo in this area, so I'm intentionally undercutting myself. This van, if you wanted to rent, well, you couldn't rent this van because it's too nice. But if you could rent this van from Hertz or Enterprise or Budget or any of the number of car rental agencies, this one would be about $100 a day, somewhere in the low hundreds, give or take $15 probably. So the problem that we have with this area being El Paso is that not a lot of people know about Turo. They don't have Spanish support yet, and a lot of people here do speak Spanish as the primary language. So I've been able to get around that. One of the renters, he was a Spanish speaker, but I spoke enough Spanish, and there's enough tools on the internet that people can find you if they're really looking. So the issue we had with this renter, not with her, but was with Turo, the platform itself. Now, normally when you refer somebody to go to Turo for the first time, they're going to get a $25 a $25 credit on their very first rental. So the way that works is it gets applied to their account upon completion of their first drive. I believe it deducts the price from their rental. For referring them, if they use my unique code on Turo, I'll post that as well so that you guys can use my code. The person receives $25, and then the owner gets a $25 credit to their account for when they want to rent a car. So if I ever need to rent somebody else's car, I've got right now I've got $50 from 2 referrals that I can use to rent that vehicle. So it's kind of nice. It's not income necessarily, but it's more of a perk that you get, and hopefully I'll be able to use that on a vacation somewhere, or maybe even going and getting a vehicle that I would normally never drive, but have a chance to drive something unique. That referral code was not working for her. So that referral that I gave, I didn't get the credit for it. She didn't get the $25 off. It wasn't a problem for her. She still booked it. She was cool. And then afterwards, when I confirmed that she hadn't gotten it, when I picked up the car, I called Turo and got my credit applied, and then told them that they needed to apply it to hers as well. And they said that they would. Also told me to have her call them directly. So fingers crossed she gets that, because she was amazing, and she should definitely have an opportunity to get that money off. She mentioned that she had a friend, sister coming into town that might also use the vehicle. So potential future business. Really great people. We like that. That's what Turo is meant to be. Cool. The other thing that we got this past week in the mail was business cards. That's me. My number, my wife's number, that's also the code. And then on the back, I made a picture of White Sands. I also got the QR code that will take them to my vehicle, and a little note. It says rent better cars for less. And then told them how they can get $25 off. These cards, I got a box. Actually 2 boxes. I got them on Vistaprint. Total cost was like, with shipping, like $20, like $22 and change, I think, for 500 cards. Excuse me. The very first day I did that, I went out and I dropped off 250-ish cards. I went to different places. I gave them to taxi cab drivers that were waiting at the airport. One of the big comments I got back as I was handing them out, I told them that I would give them money personally if they referred them to me. One of the things that I got was that the airport runs out of rentals frequently, and people that come in have a booking that's guaranteed, the rental car gets booked out to somebody else. So just because you have a rental does not guarantee that reservation does not going to guarantee that it's going to be there when you need it. So that was something that I learned from the cabbies that I dropped the cards off to. I also dropped off to the lady at the information desk. She said the same thing. She was very appreciative of me for doing that, and she has referred people to me in the past because I've given her these cards and just explained to her what the situation was. Excuse me. And so that's been, listen, it doesn't take one card, $20. I mean, I make my money back if one person rents a vehicle from all this, right? One person, I make it back. I've already got a referral from it, so if she books a car, even though she didn't book it from me, I get the $25. Again, not income, but it's a credit on my account. It took me not a lot of time, and it was better. All right, so one quick note on the card. All right, things I would wish I had done better was to feature my vehicle. There's nothing on here that says that it's my vehicle. Also, it says Turo, and it says my name, and it says owner. I'm not actually the owner of Turo, just of my own vehicle. So that's kind of deceiving. I didn't mean it to be, but it kind of looks that way to me now. On the back side, up here at the top is some sky. The picture I used had a really nice profile, and I wanted to use all of it, but when I put it on the card, some of it got cut off, and I was expecting less to get cut off than did. So I wish this picture was down a little bit lower. Again, I wish my vehicle was featured on it more. And then instead of having just what it is now, where it says rent better cars for less, there are actually some slogans that are much better and more effective at saying what this is. If you didn't know what Turo was, this would not tell you what Turo is, okay? This back little blurb right here at the bottom, a little bit better, but a lot of education goes into this. So I would definitely feature my vehicle, maybe take a nice picture and put that on there of the vehicle so they know what they're looking for, and then something that better explain what Turo is to them. All right, so the last thing I did is I took them to hotels, and I took a few stacks of cards, and what I did is I went in there and I explained to the clerks at the hotel with the app, and I showed them these are the vehicles you can get. This is how it works. Some were more keen on listening than others, but I did give some cards to everybody. Again, it takes one person for all that time to be worth it. You do want to pay yourself, so to speak, but in this business, this is time that I would not be doing anything else that was making me money, right? I'm a salaried employee with the United States Army, so I do not get extra money. So it's paying yourself. Some people like overemphasize what that means. This is my business. I'm just trying to get it started. So far for the month, we've had the vehicle 20 days. Nope, we've had the vehicle 18 days, 17 days, something like that. And we are $280 for the month on 3 rentals, 2 one-day rentals and 1 week-long rental. And these are all at severely discounted prices. Next month, we already have the vehicle booked for 2 weeks. That will push us over what our costs are significantly. So for the first 2 months so far, it's been successful. We'll see what it's like when it's not holiday season. We had it rented for Thanksgiving. We've got it booked for Christmas. So it'll be a little bit interesting to see if people still are interested in the vehicle when it's not busy travel times. But hopefully it'll stabilize and I'll get a good idea of what it's like on Turo. But keep up the hustle. Make sure go get yourself some cards. They're inexpensive. It only takes one to make it worth it. It also adds some legitimacy to what you're doing. A lot of people don't know what Turo is, and they don't know that you're legit. So even something as simple as this card that anybody can print off makes you seem more legitimate. So make sure you get a card done. Do a better job. I like the QR code. Wish I had done a better picture, included my vehicle itself, and then explained better, probably on the front of the card, what Turo was. That's all for this week. I'll let you know. We got some other things that are cooking right now in the next episode. So stay tuned and learn how to take nothing. I started with $0 into this thing, and we're going to try to make it into something. So thanks, guys. Have a good holiday.